What is going on, guys? Chris here. Just got done watching Game of Thrones Season 8, Episode 4. Don't have the title yet because it hasn't been released to the public for me to look at yet, but we have a few quick reactions to this episode that you're going to watch here really quick, and then as soon as those are done, almost dropped some. As soon as those are done, I'm going to go into a quick breakdown and my thoughts on the episode, so I'll see you guys in a minute. She's going to give him Storm's End, which is where the Baratheons used to rule.
I think you should be Lord of Storm's End.
I can't be. I'm a bastard.
No. You are Lord Gendry Baratheon of Storm's End, the lawful son of Robert Baratheon, because that is what I have made you.
For a minute there, I thought she was going to start some shit.
A victory. Vomiting is not celebrated.
Yes, it is.
To the Dragon Queen!
To Arya Stark, the hero of Winterfell.
I was hoping somebody would say it at some point.
I'm not Gendry Rivers anymore. I'm Gendry Baratheon, Lord of Storm's End, by order of the Queen.
Congratulations.
I don't know how to be Lord of anything. I hardly know how to use a fork. All I know is that you're beautiful, and I love you, and none of it will be worth anything if you're not with me. So be with me.
Oh, shit.
Be my wife.
Oh, shit.
Be the lady of Storm's
Damn
End.
it. He's like me when I was fucking 14 years old.
Oh, Gendry.
You'll be a wonderful lord, and any lady would be lucky to have you. But I'm not a lady. I never have been. That's not me.
Tell her.
I've never been a Stark.
You are. Just as much Ned Stark's child as any of us.
You're my brother. Not my half-brother or my bastard brother. My brother.
Actually, he's your cousin?
It's your choice.
Yes, cousin.
Well, he's given him the option.
I need to tell you something.
How's he cousins?
Because he's
You have to
Ned's
swear.
sister's
Oh,
son.
yeah.
Never tell another soul.
What is it?
You have to swear it before I tell you.
How can I promise to keep a secret if I don't even know what it is?
Because we're family. Swear it.
I swear it.
Swear.
Tell them.
Come on.
I know.
So much for the breaker of chains. goddess.
And we're back. That episode was incredibly annoying. Not in terms of writing, not in terms of quality, not in terms of acting, but just decision making by our main characters. So we started off with a nice tribute to all the people that died. We had each of our main characters mourning each individual person that we lost. So we had Sam and Ed, we had Arya and Barrett, we had Sansa and Theon, we had Dany and Jorah. They all got to light their own pyres, so it was a good send-off, since I feel like we didn't really get to feel the deaths last episode because we were more focused on making sure they win rather than mourning the people who died. And we moved from there into a good chunk of storytelling, a lot of politics, a lot of lighthearted scenes while they're celebrating after the battle, after the victory. And then we just get into a whole bunch of just back right into the Sansa doesn't want, Daenerys and Dany and Jon are kind of iffy right now. Oh, and it was just a really annoying episode. And again, not in terms of, I like the storytelling of the episode. It's basically, I just get reminded now that the fighting is done and they're not technically all fighting one common enemy, even though they are, they're starting to think about what happens after, which means there's politics involved, who rules over who. And it's just annoying. A lot of our characters in this episode make really annoying decisions, questionable decisions. Jaime going back, I thought at some point Jaime was going to say he's going back to kill Cersei, but I guess it does seem like he's honestly going back to save her. I don't think that's actually what's going to happen when it comes down to it, but he just bails to go help her is the theory or what they're trying to make us believe right now. Jon is saying he's going to, bend the knee. He breaks the news to Arya and Sansa, but then we don't even get to see the reactions, which was kind of annoying, but not a huge deal, I guess. I like that Jon has stuck to just being open and honest about all information available, even though Dany didn't want him to. Dany made a bunch of decisions that were really annoying. Varys and Tyrion talking about whether she should even rule now or not. And I was talking to my friend while we were watching the episode, and I get why, there was the scene where Jon is, celebrating with the people from the north, with the wildlings, and she sees all these different people interacting, and they're talking about Jon being a king, and that kind of bothers her, and I think my friend asked, why is she just getting all pissed? And I even thought that for a second, but then I realized she literally just lost almost every... If she had 100% of people, right, she probably just lost 96% of people that called her or saw her as queen, that followed her as a queen. She lost Jorah, who'd been there from the beginning. She lost almost all the Dothraki, almost all the Unsullied. So she lost a big portion of her followers that saw her as queen. And so obviously she's just feeling a little, I don't know the word for it, uneasy. Because obviously that's been her story since day number one, is her coming back to Westeros, taking the throne. We get to the plan of flying to Dragonstone and having Jon in the north ride down from, obviously, the north. and we lose Viserion out of nowhere. It was a very shocking scene. I don't think there's any question. I think he has to be dead. He takes one in the chest, I think right in the spot where... Oh god, I said that wrong. Rhaegal. We lost Rhaegal. Viserion scratched Rhaegal right in the chest. Apologies. And I think that's where he took the spear and then took one in the wing and one in like the face and then went in the water. So I assume we lost Rhaegal. I don't think there's any coming back from that. Missandei gets captured. They agree to meet with Cersei out in front. Cersei, you find out, has about 20 to 50, I don't know how many of those scorpion type bolt launching, dragon killing devices set up all around King's Landing's structured walls. And so they ride up. Tyrion meets with Cersei's hand. What's his name? Qyburn. And Qyburn says if you don't surrender, Missandei dies. Tyrion walks up, tries to talk her out of it. Obviously, doesn't work, and we lose Missandei. Yep. It's a very annoying episode as a fan. But that's what George R. R. Martin does, and it's why we appreciate the story and the way he writes the story, because not everything has happy outcomes, and not every decision made by every main character is a good decision. And a lot of your main characters frustrate you sometimes, which is how real life is. So I appreciate how real, the story is. So what this has in store for upcoming episodes is we obviously want to see revenge for Missandei. We hope Daenerys isn't goaded into bad decision making. I hope they figure this out and stop making rash decisions. I hope Johnny and Dany figure all this out, but, it's probably not going to happen. So, it'll be interesting. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Be sure to leave a comment down below on your thoughts on the episode, if there's anything I missed touching on. If there's anything you thought is specifically important to the episode I forgot to mention, or what you think is coming up in the future episodes, what you thought, if you thought it was annoying, if you liked the episode, didn't. Either way, put it in the comments. I respond to as many as I can. And we will see you guys next week for the second to last episode of Game of Thrones, which is really sad. And as always, I'll see you guys next video. Okay, bye.